Stock market today analysis for December 6th, 2022. We've got the Nasdaq down 2%, S&P 500 down 1.44%, US Treasury 10-year yield down negative 5.9 basis points, gold up 11.11%, Bitcoin up 0.02%, and oil down 3.38%. Earnings reports at GameStop today. A lot of people's favorite meme stock, not anything I'm into. Tomorrow, Costco, looks like a DocuSign, Lululemon, and only two reporting on Friday. Going into next week, we have a variety of other stocks. So you got to do what you got to do and be paying attention to your stocks earnings dates if that's something that you need to be focused on. VIX, this is a 1 hour chart for 5 days. VIX closed out today at 22.17 in the last 5 days, high of 22.63, low of 18.95. So overall, going a little sideways. Let's take a look at daily chart for 6 months. So get us a better view of a bigger picture. And take a look at some here. Oh, okay. So this must have, yep, here Sunday. What is today? Tuesday. Here we go. Boom. It's basically up. And that's, I guess, what we see right here. It's a pretty big up candle. And we see VIX has been down, but it's starting to creep up. We'll see if it's going to start breaking above this. You know, like, I don't know if you do regular charting with with the VIX, since it's kind of something different. But we have this strategy that I've been testing out based on VIX. I've got some other things I've been testing out in this trading account that some are going for me, some are going against me. If you want to see the full video on this VIX strategy, then right here at the 2-minute and 44-second mark, 45-second mark, come back and watch that later. But as far as the paper trading goes, I sold a put option. Excuse me, sold a put option on crude oil. I thought it was going to be staying above a certain number, and I was wrong. Okay, good thing I was testing that out. This volatility trade on Apple's up a little over $400 right now. This one on Amazon's up a little over 90. On Citibank, a little less than $100. Coinbase, I just straight bought a put option on that, wanting to see if it was going to go lower, and it was down about $200, only down about $100 now, so it must have dropped a little bit lower. H&R Block is a straight cash secured put option sold on that, and right now it is down by $2.50. Interestingly enough, this one, out of all these different trades, this is the only one that I really don't care what happens, because no matter what happens at the end of expiration, I don't care what happens. At the end of expiration, one of two things will happen. I'll either keep the initial credit that I received for this, $40, or I will keep the initial credit received for this, and I will buy 100 shares of H&R Block, which is a stock that I currently like, at $37. So to me, it's a win-win. I'll get an income producing asset that I want to own at a price that I'm okay with buying it at, and I'll keep this $40, or I'll just keep the $40. All these other trades, they will basically, I mean, there's a small chance I'll break even and just break even, but there's a good chance I'll either make money or lose money. Intel, this one is that volatility trade on the VIX, and that is up a whopping $2 right now. We got one on Microsoft that's up a little less than $100. Netflix is down a little over $500. Nvidia down a little less than $40. and SoFi down $1.50. This is a credit spread sold on the SPX, and right now it was up 900. Now it's up 830. I think I just saw that change. Another thing that's worth noting is that this is the buying power effect, right? In order to have this trade open, it requires $20,000 worth of buying power. So this is probably not a very economical way to be using the average person's trading funds. It's probably a way to get way less buying power and maybe double up, like for the amount of 3,000 buying power, you could put on X amount of contracts to equal 20,000 and probably be up considerably more than 800 bucks. SPY up a total of $4.43 with a combination of shorting one share of S&P 500, which I did several weeks ago and I forgot about, so it's still open, and I sold this call credit spread there. And also Tesla down by 80 bucks. That one used to be down quite a bit more. Now most of these contracts, the contracts on that volatility trade, those are going to be expiring a couple years down the road, like 2024, 2025. So I'm just letting them ride right for the moment. And if I see the VIX kind of maybe getting close to this 26, we'll see where the profit is around there, since it's around that 200-day moving average. This is basically a reflection of how many puts are being bought on the SPX. So nonetheless, that's the basic game plan with those. 2 minutes 44 seconds, somewhere around there. You can go back and watch that specific strategy and learn. See the first day I put those trades on, and take a look at that. We'll move on with MMRI. Dropped just a little bit, so still we're in this high range of risk, right? Kind of in the mid section of between 200 and 300, so it puts us in the high range. But it's creeping down. I'd like to see it get back down here in the yellow. It'd be great to get back down in the green. If it stays up high, let's get a good market crash so we can pick up stocks at a discount. And we got a variety of treasuries here. A couple weeks ago, all these treasuries were pushing up on this 52-week range. Right now, everything's zeroed out because I'm in Hawaiian Standard Time recording this late at 9:21. And it's only the 13-week that's still pushing up at the high end of there. And you see it's kind of like this diagonal line. It's weird. It's like the longer the treasury, the lower and more rapidly the rate is dropping on it. Let's take a look at some sectors of the stock market that make up the S&P 500. We'll take a look at some other things. So, technology sector. We see the technology sector sold off today, and I think yesterday I was talking about how it's been in this range, right? And really just went down to the bottom of this range. We'll have to see if it's gonna stay there, but yeah, sold off in the bottom of that range at the moment. So lost all the gains right here when Uncle Jerome Powell talked about slowing down the rate increases, but looks like that's not really getting people excited at this moment. Wait, we don't have, oh, I forgot about some. Well, I don't have any volume on there. You know what? Probably because this is a paper trading account. We'll worry about the volume tomorrow. Same thing with healthcare. Healthcare has sold off, but we haven't completely wiped out the gains here, but we're getting close. Healthcare is still in this nice up range though, so until it takes out this kind of potentially pivot point right here where it sold off, started going up, then until that happens, we're still looking at it being in this uptrend, but it might catch some support. And if I wouldn't be surprised if it starts moving sideways, kind of between this 140 to 136 area. Financials, financials pulling back to the 200-day moving average, and I don't know how much of a range that's really making. If it's like we're getting range bound here. It doesn't seem. It seems like a little sloping here. So we'll have to see how that's played out. It wasn't a good uptrend for a while, but yeah, it broke this this kind of pivot area here. Sold off, right? Sort of. Here, broke that. We'll see what's happening here. Maybe it's going to start going into downtrend. Consumer discretionary back down here, and this doesn't surprise me. This has basically been going sideways here, kind of started making these lower higher lows for a short amount of time. It's like catching the support right here in this 135 area, and really seems to have some resistance in that 145 right in there. So it's catching that, but below the 200 and the 50-day moving average. XLY industrials also had been in this nice up market, but seems to be kind of moving. Looks like it's going into the sideways thing. Might be breaking down from its uptrend and going into a little bit of sideways. But we do have a higher high, right? We had a high around here around 100. Now we're up here around 102. So from that aspect, but we also are seeing on the 6-month time frame low and then a lower low. So I don't know, maybe depends on what spectrum you're looking at. And what's all this going to do to the S&P 500? Well, we see the S&P 500. We're back down here in this low part of the support that it has here. And looking to the left, I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to catch some. Let's get out of that. It's going to catch some. Going to catch some support in there around that at that 390, and still like high, lower high. So maybe a bit of a sideways market. See a lot of things kind of seeming like they want to go sideways. IWM looks sideways to me, right? Look at that, going sideways. Although we got this low, higher low, and we got a high and a lower high. So I think we're moving a little bit sideways. Qs, similar, sold off in this really range bound right here. Basically, this kind of right around to the 290 to 280. Dollar catching support at this 200-day moving average. Hear people talking about potentially the dollar breaking down. But to tell you the truth, I've been hearing people talk about the dollar breaking down for like almost 20 years. So we'll see how it goes. TLT, what's been happening for a while is whatever direction TLT is moving, the stock market's been moving. So TLT is still moving up. See if that's going to be in there and be connected in there. And let's take a look at this line chart. Line chart, we see the S&P 500. It broke out of that top range of the downward trend, and right now it seems like it's getting ready to retest that. So over the next couple days to couple weeks, we'll see if it's going to catch some support right there. As I've been saying, I wouldn't be surprised if we see an exit out of this bear market through grinding sideways. But it also, next thing, I wouldn't be surprised to see it crumble down lower. The thing I would be most surprised with is if we saw it go into another bull market. However, if the Federal Reserve or the Treasury or some sort of government, quasi-government agencies start doing some sort of programs that ultimately equal the stock market going up, then I could see that. But fundamentals of what's going on in society and all this stuff, I don't see anything other than some weird rigging by the powers that be, goosing the stock market up like what happened here. Let's take a look at WTI crude oil. which is maybe catching some support right here at 74. We'll see if that's gonna crumble down lower. I forgot exactly. I think forgot where I sold that that put at. I was hoping to just catch just a quick $50 trade, and then it did not go the way I wanted to go. Gold. You see gold. Looks like it's catching the support right in this area of 70.80, which seems to be a place of support and resistance, a little bit below that 200-day moving average. Had these triple bottoms right here, maybe a little, I don't know, little W something. Is this making another little W? Who knows? You know, it's paper price of gold. This can be kind of moved up and down by selling a bunch of futures or buying a bunch of futures. So there's ways to kind of rig this around. So we'll see how that moves. And this is a Bitcoin futures. Bitcoin future price. What is that? 16,720. Let's look at the actual. Okay, so we're maintaining above. Now this does not surprise me one bit. Like going back, how many months? 6 months since this like big drop. It's kind of been doing the same thing. It's playing out this pattern, going up. So we're floating under this 200-day moving average. There's times when it even got over the 50-day moving average, wasn't able to maintain it. So, you know, until Bitcoin is like over the 200-day moving average, I'm not. I mean, at some point it could go over the 200-day moving average, but until it does, I'm not impressed with anything going on. And you can call me whatever names you want to call me, because sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never harm me. Now, if you show up knocking on my door, and that we got a different situation to deal with. But whatever names you want to call me over the internet, I don't care. So I think that that's where I'm standing. However, if it's going to hit this and break above this 200-day moving average, then it's got to keep staying above the 20-day, which is what it's doing right now. But it's done that in the past and not been able to succeed. And then it's got to get above this 50-day and stay above, which is done in the past and not been able to succeed. So that's what we got to see happen. With that, my friends, I want to let you know that I practice what I preach. Paper trading, experimenting with things. I'm trying to dial in this real short-term trades with crude oil, and until I'm like over and over and over and over having success. I had like maybe, I don't know, 3 profitable $50, $70, $100 little trades, kind of like not really little scalps, but within like a 24-hour time period or less, they were closed out. And then this one, the fourth one, boom, hit me with a loss, went against what I was doing. So so paper trade, right? All this stuff, practice stuff. Don't risk real money. You know, learn how to do stuff. Even you know, selling cash secured put option. Do it a couple times, and then when you realize what's going on, get comfortable, go for it. And you want to learn more about selling cash secured put options, go to iofsuccess.com. I think it's the best strategy to start with, because basically you're getting paid to wait to buy an income producing asset that you'd want to own anyways. 2 minutes and 44 seconds. Check out that beginning video. Check out all the different videos I have on here, and I want to be there to help you with your stock trading journey. Hope you enjoy it. It's a beautiful journey. It's probably gonna have some ups and downs, and you might end up doing different strategies or whatever the case may be. But I hope you love the journey as much as I do. Aloha.